Just about set to go now. And towing the slab, Griffin Canning.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
This is Bryson Stott.
Leading off for the Phillies, second baseman Bryson Stott.
The wide to kick the pitch. And a foul ball.
First pitch, 7-11.
Fouled off to the right. The wind and the pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Beats him for the first out, and that completes the strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Trey Turner, the next to hit, takes ball one. One out, base is empty. Swing and a foul out of play.
Hey, partner, back in 2023, Turner homered off the same pitcher twice in the same inning. Only a few players have ever done it, and his were against his former team, the Washington Nationals.
One down, base is empty. And there's a foul ball. That pitch just misses the inside corner. Full count, 3-2. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Lindor makes the play, and it's out number 3. Phillies go down quietly in the inning. Now the Mets offense will go to work for the first time. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here at Citi Field. And towing the slab in this one, Christopher Sanchez. How about a scouting report on him?
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
And it stays fair.
All over that one right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And a foul ball. Nobody out. Runner at first. Up the middle. Boots it. And no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard.
Couple of singles back to back. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
First and second, no outs. Pete Alonso, the next to hit. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. On the ground to third, might be 2. Tags the runner for one. Relay to first. Double play. Here's Brandon Nimmo.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate. Try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Mets leave one, scoreless after one. All set for the start of the inning. And now the DH, Kyle Schwarber.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Canning back to work. That one ripped left field. That's back there. Gone. He'll touch them all. It's his 8th home run of the year. It's 1-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Here's Nicholas Castellanos. Fought off foul.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Fastball is outside. Ricky Holiday, our umpire behind the dish, known as pretty fair umpire for both hitters and pitchers.
Yeah, I think that's right, Boog. There is a little inconsistency on the corners of the plate. You can't always be sure how it's going to go with those borderline pitches as the game progresses.
And there's a ball. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
Next offering is in the dirt. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Grinding AB right here, about to see pitch number 10. And that's ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Max Kepler stands in now and watches strike one. In the air to left center. Winker sizes this one up. And there's one away.
Batting 7th.
And now it's JT Realmuto. And that one fouled off. Realmuto in his 11th season, hitting 7th in today's lineup, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2010. 0-2 now. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
That was a well-executed slider away for the strikeout right there. First 2 pitches filled up the zone and got him ahead 0-2 in the count. And at that point, you can start expanding the zone as a pitcher. He made him chase and got the quick strikeout.
And here comes Alec Bohm. That's in there. Strike one. And it's fouled away. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Castellanos off of first with 2 away. Pitch
Ball
misses, and that's ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider
2
down
balls,
and away.
2 strikes.
Line drive. And that's down. A base hit. And now 2 aboard. The throw to second is offline. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Johan Rojas. Pitch misses inside. 1-0. Traffic on the bases with one already in here at the top of the second. Fastball for a strike. There's a strike. Got it. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the second, and stepping in for New York, Jesse Winker.
This is a hitter who takes his game to another level, playing at night.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous two-strike pitch.
So digging in, Luis Torrens. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Ball one, no strikes.
And another ball.
Outside.
On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. He's got it, and there's two away.
Batting 7, second baseman.
And here is Luis Angel Acuna.
Man, this is pretty amazing. This guy is very efficient out there on the mound right now. Just 9 pitches in the first. He's got a chance to keep it to single digits again. Who does that?
And the 1-0 misses low. And that is out of play. 2 outs, base is empty. That to right. Lunges for it, but can't make the catch.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Runner on the go. Pitch misses in. Real Muto throws not in time. It's a stolen base. Man on second, 2 down. That's in there. That's strike 1. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Coming home. He'll score, and the Mets even it up. And it's an RBI single. It's 1-1.
Comes through with the RBI. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Runner at first with 2 away. And stepping in is the speedy Tyrone Taylor. Swinging a ground ball, and that's just foul.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
On the ground out to short. They take the force out, and that is that. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. All even now at 1-1. It's Major League Baseball on the Show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top half of the 3rd inning. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Bryson Stott. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. That ball right there landed in what they call the no man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Fastball in for a strike. 0-2 now.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
So Trey goes down on strikes.
Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very difficult to determine. And that's probably why we saw a swing and miss right there. Just a nasty pitch.
Canning checks the runner. Stop. Dives back in safely. Right through there for a strike.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Move to first. Stop. Back in on a dive. And that's the second disengagement now. The 1-1. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Stop. Over at first with 1 away. Runner takes off. Got him swinging. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And Kyle Schwarber will come up. He's already homered in this game. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. Fouls one off out of play. Back to our left. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
A lot of adrenaline. We can see it right there. And sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Back here in Queens, now it's the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. The other way, and it goes just foul.
Well, here's a game Lindor will never forget. One night in July of 2023, he went 5 for 5 with a home run, 2 triples, and he scored 3 runs. That stat line is so rare, only one other player has done it. Guess who? Willie Mays in 1958.
Breaking ball inside. Now 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball. And now it's filled up. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The relay throw. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously? We're starting with this already? And now it's Juan Soto. First pitch misses. Runner in scoring position. Nobody out. Here in the last half of the third. And another ball. And that's down and away.
It was a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Strike 2. Tied up here in the early going. Goes down looking. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Pete Alonso up now for the Mets. He hit into a double play his first time up. That one down the line, and it hits the bag.
Picks himself up at RBI. Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line.
And now, Brandon Nimmo lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and they don't get the out. First and second, one out. Here's Jesse Winker. Up the middle, and it's caught for the out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
That one fouled off. Hit hard on the ground is short. Inning over, and it could have been worse. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here at Citi Field, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Nick Castellanos. Pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0.
Well, these Phillies doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up one run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And that's in the dirt.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Now batting Max Kepler. He's 0 for 1. The pitch behind with that swing. It's strike one.
So far, this guy's been able to tease the strike zone, gets those swings and misses. Somebody's going to have to shorten up, be a little more patient, and make this guy work in the zone a little more.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
Here comes Real Muto. And first offering is fouled off. In the air, center field. Taylor coming on. Hauls it in to end the inning. And we're back. Bottom of the fourth. Here's the second baseman, Luis Angel Acuna. Ground ball up the middle. Trey Turner gloves it. Sends it to first. One up, one down.
Up next for the Mets,
Brett Beatty up now for the Mets. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Late swing, foul to the left.
Love it here at Citi Field. You know, it replaced Old Shea Stadium back in 2009, and Chipper Jones was really sad to see it go. It's actually the 3rd home of the Mets since they started out at the Polo Grounds for 2 seasons before Shea was finished.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
On the ground, right side. Harper steps on the bag. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Mets go down quickly. They lead it 2-1. We go to the top of the 5th, and now it's Alec Bohm.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level. You know, these Phils just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Winker makes the catch, and there's one gone. And digging in for Philadelphia, Johan Rojas.
Center fielder, Johan Rojas.
This one in the air. Torrens under this one. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And a couple of quick outs. Now it's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. 1 for 2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Soto snags it, and that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Sanchez back to work. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Smoked on the ground to second. Stott over to first in time. Lindor retired. Here's Juan Soto.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And ball 1.
Outside.
I thought this was a fun note on Soto. In 2023, he hit home runs in Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. I don't think it matters where Soto plays. He's going to hit home runs everywhere he goes.
Bases empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. That's down and in. A slider missed. Grounds 1 to short. Into the outfield, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Here's Pete Alonso. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Alonso, 30 years old now, and he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2016. Stirring in the Phillies bullpen, Carlos Hernandez, preparing to come on if needed. Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there, on its way, gone. He hammers one out to center. It's 4-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Christopher Sanchez gives way. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. Well, new pitcher will be the lefty Matt Strom.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
1 down, and here is Brandon Nimmo. Hard hit, right side. Stott over to first in time. And there's 2 away.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
2 outs, base is empty. So up next for New York, Jesse Winker. 0 for 2 in this one. And that is downstairs. Ball 1. And that's in there for a strike. Little slider that finds the mark. A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
2 strikes.
Two outs. Fouls it off. Still 1 and 2. And delivers outside. And a 2-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
Hanging in there pretty good against the lefty.
That one missed.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Stays alive. Two down, nobody on, and that is low for ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk. Now the catcher up to hit, Luis Torrens. There's a swing and a drive. This one looks like trouble. Lead runner touches second, heading for third. Here comes Winker. Oh, he botches it. He'll score.
A little more backspin on that instead of the top spin. He's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up at second.
And stepping in is the speedy Luis Angel Acuna. Inside corner at the knees. That's a strike. Good fastball. Man at second. Bounced, and that got the pitcher. Safe at first, and now after the play, we'll check on the lefty's status. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. And next for the Mets, Brett Beatty.
3-pitch strikeout.
Double steal. In the air, left field, down the line. Fair ball. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. But they blow this one open with a big 5-run inning. We're through 5. It's the Mets 7 and the Phillies 1. Back here in Queens, top 6. And now for the Phillies, Trey Turner. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Tosses across to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Harper in the box now. No balls and a strike. The Phillies with a lot of ground to make up. And we're the top half of the 6th. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, on the mound, very efficient. Able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. And that K brings him into double digits for the game. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Foul ball there. Pulls the string with the changeup, struck him out. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the sixth. It's the Mets 7 and the Phillies 1. Back now for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jose Alvarado.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Ball one to Taylor.
Well, these Mets, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've launched 6 hits at 90+ exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
Real Muto hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting.
So the lineup flips over. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. That's to third, but that rolls foul. Lindor was born in Puerto Rico, but actually played his high school ball in Florida. That one ripped, but foul. One down, base is empty. And that's downstairs. Going to count 1 and 2. On the ground. Stop. The throw to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting. The right fielder.
Juan Soto now.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
He swings and fouls one off. Two outs. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Turner with the throw to first. They get the out on Soto. And the Mets go 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Mets. And they're on top 7-1. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
Singy, where do you stand on the wave?
Well, the wave of star players in MLB or the wave around this ballpark?
The wave. Around the ballpark.
I think it's a little outdated. I'm more of a Thundersticks guy.
And that's not outdated. Next offering in there for a strike. That is strike 2. Do you remember when Tim Kirkjian ran in the sausage race in Milwaukee?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. Yeah, they used one of the kid-sized ones.
You know, this isn't exactly a mascot race, but I love what they do in Atlanta with the freeze.
Max Kepler at the plate.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Fouled off left side.
I wanted to race the freeze at one point. I don't think my hamstrings could hold up for it now.
I feel like 5 years ago you could have handled the freeze. It would have been fun. And I would bait you into it and try and get you to train to race the freeze. And it just never materialized.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had enough confidence in me that I could beat a guy who looks like he was going to the Olympic trials at some point or another. But Yeah, it's always a great thing to watch there at Truist Park.
Would you have worn one of those bobsled outfits like the Freeze wears?
Nah, that would have been a little too revealing for me at this age.
I feel you. Swings and misses, struck him out. And now it is JT Realmuto.
JT Realmuto.
There's a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7.
You can tell by their swings, this lineup is having trouble gauging speeds. Timing is everything in hitting, and right now they just don't have it.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Now this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax.
Got him swinging. And he strikes out the side for the second time today.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back here at Citi Field. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso.
Just missed. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they tack one on the board. It's 8-1.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Brandon Nimmo up now for the Mets. 1 for 3. In there for strike 1. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Man at first, next to hit, Jesse Winker.
Jesse Winker.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Makes the grab, 1 away. Here's the catcher, Luis Torrens.
Luis Torrens.
In the air out towards right center. Rojas sizing this one up. Makes the catch. 2 down.
Up next for the Mets.
Here's the second baseman, Luis Angel Acuna.
Acuna.
That's to third. Oh, great grab on the dive. And it gets by him. And no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard. Here's the third baseman, Brett Beatty. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. That one pushed foul. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming home. The throw in. He will score, and it's an 8-run lead. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Jose Alvarado won't go any further, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. Out of the bullpen for the Phillies, Carlos Hernandez.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Taylor at the plate and takes high there. And there's a ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
That clips the corner.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
That one fouled off. 2-2.
I got 3-2.
In the dirt. Two on, 2 outs. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single. It's 10-1. Goes to third. In there. And now they've got runners at the corners with 2 outs. So 2 down, and the batter will be the shortstop, Francisco Lindor. Hammered down the line. Could be extra bases. In comes the run from third to add on. Castellanos whips it back in. Runner holds at third, so just 1 across on the play. Now the number 2 hitter, Juan Soto. Fastball is outside. Base hit. 1 run is in. Throw in holds that trail runner at third base. They're at the corners with 2 away. And now Pete Alonso. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
That one almost got him.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
And that one hammered. That's going back. Back some more. Pulls it in on the warning track. All in all, 10 come to the plate. They bat around at 5 score. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Mets 12 and the Phillies 1. New inning getting started. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Alec Bohm. Canning back to work. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Canning still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one. And at this point, he wants to finish what he started.
Nice grab.
Great hops right there, Boog. He timed it just right to bring that liner down, and he saved a knock.
Rojas at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Gets off a throw, and they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. 2 down, base is empty. Bryson Stott will hit next. And first offering is fouled off.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Line drive, base hit. Around first, digging for two. The throw into second, not in time.
No,
he's safe.
He quickly went from hitter to base runner. Love when guys make that transition, and he's got speed to put on a show.
Hey!
Stop at second with two down. Swing and a foul out of play. In the dirt, but kept close. Man on second, two down. On the ground, right side, Acuna. In plenty of time to first. That's the third out. Phillies strand one. They're looking up at a 12-1 deficit. Bottom of the inning. So now here's the Mets DH, Brandon Nimmo. Hernandez measures 6 feet 4 inches, 27 years old. They got him off of waivers earlier this season. On the ground, right side. What a stop. To his knee, the throw. Nicely done for the out.
Well, he looks so comfortable making that play. Dives, comes up with it, and then from one knee, like he's just playing catch with his kid. Nice throw across the diamond at first.
Gets under it and pops it up. Real Muto has this one sized up. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, catcher, Luis
2 outs, base is
Torrens.
empty. Luis Torrens up now for the Mets. That misses,
Ball one, no strike.
and that's ball one.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Rojas brings it in, and that's the third out. Offense held in check there. 9th inning coming up. It's the Mets 12 and the Phillies 1. All set to start the 9th in this one. Here's Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper.
Swing and a ball popped up. Acuna. He makes the grab, and there's one down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Schwarber
Outside,
in the box with one away as he takes ball one. Hammered down the right side, but foul. The Mets up big in this one here at the top of the 9th. That one
That's
outside, and the count 2-1. That one
Ball
missed.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Count is 3-2.
Sets him down on strikes. Phillies have just 1 out remaining.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now. That's off the inside corner. Ball one. Fastball for a strike. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. He puts it away, and that'll do it. The Mets take this one in a blowout.
It seemed like from the first pitch of this ball game, this guy was going to get it done. A quality start. Who knew he'd throw a complete game and get the victory? But an excellent job of continuing to just throw what the catcher put down. He navigated through this ball game, a jam here, a jam there, but ultimately it was an outstanding outing.
12-1 is the final. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining.